Hello, everyone. Dr. Tom, RX for the Planet, bringing you a few thoughts today on a beautiful sunny day after a very stormy week. I'm out here on this lagoon that is near my house. We're out here with the egrets, we're out here with the ducks, occasionally with the river otters, and in just about 3 weeks, I expect we'll be out here with the ducklings because the families are forming as I speak on that little island across the lagoon. I'm out here to talk to you about some thoughts on the direction of the planet, the unease we're feeling, the confusion, the chaos. Some of this attributable to the new President of the United States, Donald Trump, but really not all of it. I wrote a post about a week and a half ago entitled Why Trumpism Will Fail, and I believe that. The reason is because the incoming energies that are infusing our planet, infusing us, every cell of our body, affecting our DNA, affecting our mind and consciousness, is really the vibration of wholeness and oneness. The frequency of love is what denotes a fourth dimensional planet. And this planet is on a journey to finding its fourth dimensional status. So, love is in the air, it's coming, and eventually, whatever Trumpism represents, which is division, will end and fail. Nothing on this planet can sustain itself any longer unless it is aligned with the energy of wholeness. So that's a good thing. That's coming for all of us, and we can look forward to that. But I've also been thinking that's probably not enough. It's quite comforting to think, well, we have the universe on our side, but we also have a role to play. And that's really what's on my mind today in walking this planet and providing some RX for our needs. What do I mean by that? Well, I have to discover that myself. We need to stand up, take a position. We need to stand for something. Now, when I have a moment of confusion, just like you do, I often rely upon my 3 a.m. conversations. What do I mean by my 3 a.m. conversations? Well, if you followed any of my posts over the past year, you know that I believe, I experience, I am in contact with intelligences beyond this planet in other dimensions who provide guidance to us, who hope for the best for us, who can see the future to some extent, although not completely. They can see probabilities. The universe doesn't operate through certainty, it operates through probabilities. And those probabilities, our future, are really going to be determined by our thoughts and actions. So I thought, well, maybe I'll ask some of those entities what they think about the action should be. The way it happens for me is normally it's around 3 o'clock in the morning, it's dark, and two things can happen. One is I can experience some sort of flash of light. I've had many nights when I felt like suddenly in the darkness, the light in the bedroom has gone on. But I open my eyes and the room is still dark. Or I've had a spotlight. That's one way. Also, I just receive sounds, tones, vibrations, things that wake me up and cause me to startle and really become wide awake instantly. And I have learned over time that when I hear those sounds, to pay attention. So this week, I paid attention to some vibrational sounds that came where? Into my mind as I was sleeping. It was a hum. I thought first, maybe it was outside the bedroom. No, it wasn't. Then I thought, well, maybe it was inside the bedroom. No, it wasn't. And then I realized where it was inside my mind, because that's where those sounds originate. It was a vibration that woke me up. And when that happens, I have a very simple way of acknowledging the sound. I turn over my back, I put my hand on my heart in a sign of gratitude and appreciation for being contacted. And then it's simple. I wait, I listen. And as I'm waiting and listening, I know that I have a contact when I experience chills, and the chills are very strong. And then the top of my head, the crown, begins to tingle like I've got a nest of ants up there. And that's when I know that something is happening. And in this case, I definitely experienced a being. I don't know exactly how to describe this being. It wasn't really clear. A lot of what I get is impressions, not just pictures. I don't get voices. But I got a being who appeared in white, as often happens, although not always. And I got one single message, one response to my question. How do we act now? And it was an interesting response that I got. I heard it very clearly, and it was seek the blue ray. Seek the blue ray. Very interesting. Now, in my metaphysical wanderings throughout my lifetime, I was somewhat familiar with the term the blue ray. The blue ray is associated with the throat, it's associated with truth, it's associated with speaking from your heart. And so that's what the blue ray is about. And actually, I think it's not just the high heart, but it's the blue ray is the high heart, not just the heart. So you're speaking truth, and that's what matters. Now, I'm going to say more about this in my Sunday post, but right now I can just say that as I look out at the world and at the confusion, at the chaos, I think that we are actually all going to be required to step up and speak our truth from the high heart. Now, how do we do that? Now, first of all, we have to believe we have a high heart, and we have to believe that we have some powers. We have the power of consciousness, we have the power of mind. And that power of mind and that power of consciousness is infinite. It goes everywhere, not just our planet. It goes out to those billion stars that are out there because we are part of those stars. We've got something like 7 billion atoms in our body, and all of them originated somewhere in stardust. So we're part of that conversation. And that conversation allows us to have an impact and to own some power. So I would say speak our own truth. Start by owning the power that if you speak your truth, it will resonate and impact others. Speak that truth, impact others. And what's the message that you're trying to bring? That's the message of wholeness, the message of including everyone in a circle of love. So I really have my 3-step formula for how we can contend with these confusing and chaotic times. Speak our truth, speak using the blue ray, speak from the high heart, speak your truth. Believe that it matters, believe that you have an impact. And thirdly, speak the language and message of love. If you want to be in alignment with what's coming onto this planet, you have to speak in love and you have to speak in terms of connection. It won't be enough to divide. So, this is a message that we've received before from the guides in those stars. And their message is yes, stand up, but stand with love. And strangely enough, and I've described this in some of the posts, they too have to do this. The universe does have dark and light forces. And our friends in the stars have sometimes been forced to stand up and to speak from light and love. That's what we need to do at this time. And if enough of us do this on this planet, enough of the 8 billion of us make that decision and speak our truth, we'll be fine. We'll make it through. I'm Dr. Tom. Act kind.